When there's a murder in a context of intimate partner, we should say, here's a murder, here's a femicide. It's wrong.
At least 160 women across Canada were killed in 2020. In 90% of the cases, a man was accused, according to a report from the Canadian Femicide Observatory for Justice and Accountability. They and other community workers are pushing for Canadians to call murders by intimate partners for what they are, femicides.
Calling a femicide will make a difference because it assigns blame. And we need to assign responsibility when we talk about these issues. A responsibility for intimate partner violence is always the responsibility of the abuser. It's not a shared responsibility with the victim. It's not explained by a hard past or by a loss of a job or even by the pandemic.
In Quebec, 7 women were killed in 7 weeks just this year. And since the pandemic began, calls into Quebec's 24/7 domestic violence hotline skyrocketed to 40,000 total, up 17.5% over the previous year.
We actually got a lot of calls and a lot of emails from friends and family who are very worried. Some of them even telling us, I'm afraid that my sister's going to be the next statistic.
On Tuesday, the sister of a Quebec woman found dead in a remote village in the province's northern Nunavik region last week says 43-year-old Kataluk Panengiak Naliuk was the latest victim of domestic violence in the province, making her possibly the 8th femicide in as many weeks.
Usually we have 12 a year, which is already terrible. It's already too much, but 1 a week, it's an incredible increase.
These women, they must probably have been trapped in that cycle for so long. We don't know the details of each case, but the reality is that these women have been killed.
The report from the Canadian Femicide Observatory highlights that females were more often killed in private locations, more likely making the perpetrator an intimate partner or family member, and more likely for them to be beaten, strangled, or suffocated.
Most violence suffered by women is suffered inside the home by people that they know, that they trust.
No matter what the things or the elements that pushes a man to commit such crimes, at the end of the day, the result is the same, unfortunately, and we are losing a lot of women and young girls. How many more women have to be killed before really watching and doing something concrete and considering all of the red flags? How many more children have to be orphaned?
We need more space in shelters, first step shelters, second step shelters. We need more external services. We need more accompaniment. But I think the fact that the population is taking a stand will be greatly useful in battling this disease that we have. It's a social disease.
If you need help, reach out. Call the SOS Violence Conjugale line 24/7 at 1-800-363-9010 or text 438-601-1211. In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.